Salakia 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. Right. We have kindled in fire in my anger that shall burn forever.
Right, yeah. Discontinue from my heritage, man. What's that say, man? If you ask any of these common Israelites, these Jakes out here, you know, what's their nationality, where are they from, they can't tell you. They'll say black. First and foremost, they'll say black. And that's showing how stupid they are. Yeah. I'm going to keep it real. Because black isn't even a
colour.
A nation.
Yeah, or nation, yeah.
If you was to look on a world, if you gave them a world map and said, oh, could you show me the country called black, please? What would they say?
Yeah.
And then you have our people claiming to be Kemetic. So that's that discontinuation from their heritage, man. Not knowing who you are, your power, the laws that you're supposed to abide by, man. All right, you know where you're from, and your future, man. Because the heritage, man, there's an inheritance. There's an inheritance for the children of Israel, man. And they don't know that. That's why they're still here in this world trying to achieve things here, man. You know, you've seen that what happens when you try and do that under Esau's rule, man. We see the Tulsa, Oklahomas and the Rosewoods.
Rosewoods, yeah.
And there's like about 20 of them, man.
I've been finding out, which the Most High is revealing, that there's in the hundreds.
And if that was to come out, man, these Jakes will start going potty out here, man. For real. Because they don't really know the full details of what this devil's done, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
You only see a partial part of it in the movies, man. And
even that's tame.
Yeah, that's tame, man.
You can't. Can I add a little bit? Because what I'm finding out now, as time goes on, is that they used to call them riots, but now you can only describe them. Even Esau in his own curriculum or his own underground circle, they call them massacres. They were massacres.
Yeah.
All these so-called riots that you hear of and you don't hear of were massacres. People got massacred by the hundreds and thousands. You know, I've got a precept if I may, yeah. Zechariah and 1, he says, and 15 says, and I am very displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
You gonna break that down?
Yeah, because that was the plan. The brother brought out Deuteronomy 28. That was the prophecy that we go into slavery. But when the Moses said, right, you're going to go into slavery, and this is what's going to happen. Esau, with his natural
wickedness,
inbuilt, inherited evil, wickedness, and resentment from the time of when we supplanted them, furthered the affliction, man. So the Moses said, you went a little bit too far, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Not even a little bit too far. You know, right. Talk about it, man. What did they do, man?
Yeah.
They had our sons raping their mothers, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, to continue to breed, man. You know, chopping off men's rods, separating the families. You know what I mean?
Taking our daughters, taking in bed wrenches.
The list goes on, man. Just out and out slaughter, man.
Buck breaking.
Yeah. So to this day, because I've done a video on amnesia, right? You mentioned about they don't know who they are. They call themselves black. That's a medical term, a proper medical term for us.
Amnesia, yeah.
Amnesia, and that is trauma. That's because of the trauma. Trauma causes amnesia. You can just be walking down the road and someone frightens you so much that you have a heart attack, or you're just so stunned that you kind of forget everything. You lose your memory, man.
Yeah.
Trauma causes that. You know.
If I may, because even in war, when they hear the fireworks, the people, the soldiers, they get worried about that because it brings them memories of when they were in war.
Post-traumatic stress
syndrome. Post-traumatic. Yeah.
And all the brothers, every brother here has got that.
Or someone. Birth. Or someone in our family we know, or ourselves too, or we know someone.
Slavery is a traumatic.
Yes, generation.
Right. That's what they don't understand, man. They're always talking about, because that's a good point. They're always talking about, just get over it. They have no idea, man. They have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, if I may, forgive me. What Brother Karab said remind me of something that the actor Morgan Freeman said. He said, do you want to know the way to end racism? Stop talking about it. So basically, he's a coon anyway. He's sold out. But it shows how Jake just want to forget and get
That's
along.
how he deals with it.
They just want to get along.
Yeah.
Everybody's equal now. We're all okay. Everything's forgiven. They don't. Jake's just simple, man. And I think the reason why Jake is simple like that is because Jake don't believe we're ever gonna get our fair shake. So we just have to take what we've got now.
Yeah, that's right.
Bear me just a minute. That's the spiritual, because Brother Ahab just done a recent video about Jake has to stop being simple. And that was very edifying. This ain't the time to be simple. This is the time to, this knowledge is here. This is the time to get this knowledge.
But that's the problem, man. These Jakes are getting more and more simple, man. They're waxing worse and worse as the time goes by, man. You know, everyone else is out here planning. These Edomites are down the gun ranges, teaching their children how to. Not that's for us. That's their sort. That's their blessing, man. But these Jakes are out here just on a folly.
Yeah.
On a folly, like left, right, and centre, and these Edomites, man, they're on their grind, man.
Edomites are planning your destruction while you're
all the time,
trying to
man.
improve your twerking.
All the time. Anyone?
I've got a scripture, yeah. Isaiah 47 from verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take millstones and grind meal. Tell me when you stop.
Say that's talking about Babylon the Great, man, because that place is about to go down, man. You know, and some of our people actually know this, man.
Yeah,
I've been watching some things, and a lot of our people are trying to flee, man. But
Yeah.
the problem is you can't flee.
I know some.
The destruction. Right?
Yeah.
You know, the destruction's coming. If that's your lot, there's no way you can escape from it, man.
Yeah.
But Babylon is about to go down in the worst way, man. Let's get some scriptures on that as well.
Come on.
just finish this if I may.
Yeah, go on.
It says, take millstones and grind the mill, uncover thy locks. That's what's happening right now. On every angle, Esau's being exposed, man. His own people are coming out as whistleblowers, and the scriptures say the Lord will cause his own tongue to fall upon himself. Continuing on, just finish this up, it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. Here's the point we had before. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So,
That's right, man.
that's it. Oh yeah, basically, as I said before, Quran brought out Deuteronomy 28, and it says, no man shall bite you. That's why we need our Savior, Yahweh Shai, because he is the power that is coming back to redeem us by his blood. Now this is why other nations can't come up in this thing, saying, oh yeah, I'm a spiritual Israelite. No, you're an Edomite, and your ass is going into fucking slavery.
And read that last verse again, please.
Can't. So it says, yeah, thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Yeah, man.
Thy shame shall be seen.
Yeah, and that's a good point. That's why these Edomites right now, it's like they got this spirit of like fear on them, man, because everything that they've done is coming out, and now they're trying to act like they're the victims.
Yes. Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're talking like they're the victims, man. They're talking about what's it? They're talking about.
There's a conspiracy against straight white men.
That's it. They're talking about straight white males are the most hated on the planet. Yeah, but even if that was true, which it isn't, you would deserve it, man.
That's right.
Alright? For all the shit that you pulled on this planet, and they can still doing it now. And the only thing is, these countries know what you're about, man. These other nations know what you're about. But they have to deal with you, man.
I've got a precept, you know. Yeah, for what you're saying, man. This is Zechariah 2 and verses 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you hath touched the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
You hear that? Read that again.
Yes, man. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you touches the apple of thine eye, of his eye.
Stop there a second. Yeah, so man, it says the nations, man. Psalms 83 talks about that.
That's right.
All these nations, man. We ain't got no friends out here, alright? We ain't got no friends out here. And that's the truth. Even our own people are our enemy,
Right.
especially
That's
the
a
women.
good point.
Right.
Especially the women, yeah?
Yep.
Right? And the Lord said what? He called us the apple of his eye, man.
Yep.
So basically that's telling you what, you fucked up.
Yep.
It's like, imagine if someone comes and touches your child, yeah? What are you gonna do?
Take
You know,
vengeance.
you're gonna take vengeance on them, man. Whether it's your son, your daughter, your mother, your father, whatever, man. In the world with righteousness,
Can't.
you'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that in Esau's world, man. Finish that off, please.
Apple of his eye, for behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
Yeah, man. So it says they shall be a spoil to their servants, because we're their servants right now. We have to serve them, man. And that's by order of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. But they're going to be a spoil for us, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just say, if I can just say quickly that sometimes the kind of anger I'm feeling lately, I'm seeing like some bugged out ones, or I'm seeing some very eloquent, posh, middle class ones, and my hands are just clenching up, like, and I'm biting my lips sometimes. Like, I feel that fucking anger in there, man, but I'm keeping it down, I'm keeping it cool, and going home and just keep my head down and praying to the Most High to wait patiently. That's what they've done, and I'm because I'm aware of it now. Maybe it's going to be to a more of an extent. I'm going to be more aware of it, but the Most High has made me aware of it. I'm feeling inside indignation and vexation in my spirit when I want to do something, but you know, Most High. Yeah, that's what he's saying there.
It used to be like that all the time. You know what I mean? So your spirit is at a good level, man. It used to be like that all the time, but now, you know, we all have them moments, man. But now we're in this truth and we grow. We understand that they're gonna get theirs, man.
Yeah.
You know, they're not gonna win. It's that simple. They can't win. It's impossible.
Right.
You know. So we just have to wait, man. And sometimes it burns you when you see them pulling their wicked shit.
Yeah.
And getting away with it. But ultimately, you know, we're gonna get the last laugh, man. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai ultimately is gonna get the last laugh, man.
Yep. I've got the precept to call for. This is 2 Thessalonians 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yeah, man. And that's what you simple Jakes don't seem to understand, man. You want to just get along. I remember talking to this Jake in my house where I live, right? And I was talking to him about how the way certain Edomites carry on. And the first thing he said to me was, they're not all like that. And I'm just like, you're simple, man. You're simple, man.
That's wishful thinking.
And you're the sort of person that just wants to get along with them, man. You know, every Israelite on this planet, whether you know this truth or not. I remember watching this video. It's a recent video, and this guy's going in about how they're pulling this okey doke on this old Asian hate thing.
Yeah.
And he's going hard, man. Did you see the video?
There's a lot of them.
He's getting
coming up.
emotional because it's understandable, man. And it's like he said, yeah, damn right. He said, damn right. Paraphrasing him, he said, damn right, I'm racist, man. He said, after all the things that they've done to us over hundreds of years, of course I'm going to be racist.
Oh yeah, I've seen that video, yeah.
And that's what these Jakes don't get, man.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. These Jakes aren't wise.
Yeah.
Like basically, sorry to cut in, but they don't deal with history like we do. So they're just looking at this man now. If they were to go back 50, 60 years and they see the pictures of Esau lynching us from the trees, they might have a different opinion of us. But because Esau's cleaned himself up, put on his business suit, trying to act like, oh, he's Mr. Peaceful, when he's a fucking warmonger on the earth, they just think, oh yeah, he's just Bob on the job, he's a good guy. Yeah, well, you see what Bob's saying about you behind your back when you're not there. Let's see what would happen if you start trying to date Bob's daughter. See what Bob's got to say about you then.
That's a good point, man, because he's painting us to be the villains, man.
Salakia, if I may, Prince Harry and that Meghan Markle woman, they had another baby, right?
Yeah.
And I saw one woman, it was blown up in the media, she made a social media tweet about the baby's name, mocking the baby's name. I think she said, oh, they should have called her Georgette Flordina.
Yeah.
Basically mocking it because obviously...
Talk radio? That one I talk?
I can't remember who it is, but basically they've done the same thing when the first baby was born, showing that these Edomites, they don't accept you, Jake, up in their society.
Yeah.
They don't want you, breeding up the
in
place.
The monarchy, that's for sure.
Yeah, they don't want you, and they're making it clear, their feelings, it's like they can't contain their hatred, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
You know, they really just want to let it out.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, because that's a good point as well, because they got this whole some show on British television about Anne Boleyn, right? And all these Edomites are up in arms, man.
Yeah,
because they've been given that that fake history that they're everyone, you know, that they were ruling this country in the 16th century, man, when they wasn't, man.
Yep.
And we can prove that. All right, there's books that prove that, man. But you, can someone get that scripture when it talks about inherited the children of
Inherited lies.
Yeah, I think so.
Job.
And it's interesting because, you know, vocab Malone says that Edomites have done away with, but yet Esau wants to be everyone in history, but at the same time nobody.
Yeah.
Esau wants to be the Egyptians, he wants to be the Israelites, he wants to be everybody, but yet he don't want to be nobody at the same time.
Because Esau's got.
You don't want to be
got prophetic destruction, man. And let's get this in here, man.
Children inherited lies, I got you.
I've got a little sound.
Yeah, go on, right?
This is Proverbs 14 and 11. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. Want to speak on that?
Yeah, go on.
The house of the wicked is Esau, this man's kingdom. It's going to be overthrown. But the tabernacle of David, of the upright, is going to flourish. And Lord willing, we're of that tabernacle of David. And this word is going to flourish. That's what I've got to say on that.
Yeah, man, there's going to be a new kingdom, man. All right? There's going to be a new kingdom. With us at that, us under Yahweh Hashem Shai, King David, and on that going on down, man, ruling.
Shalom.
Ruling, man. And these other nations are going to have to be, they're going to be in check, man. You got that scripture?
No, I'm not finding it. Do you know roughly where it is?
Somewhere in Job, you know.
Oh, they're changing it.
Somewhere in Job.
Children of fools?
No. Type in, I think it might be in there.
Yeah?
Alright. I'll keep searching. You brothers keep talking, I'll keep searching.
Anyone got any scriptures while I get this?
Yeah, I got a precept. It's similar anyway. Job 20 and 5 says that the triumph of the wicked is short and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Yeah, that's a good one, man, because, you know, the amount of things that we've been through as a people, you'd think it's been forever, and you think it's going to go on forever, but it's a short time. And the scriptures talk about, you know, a day with the Lord is 1,000 years, man. So on the Lord's time, it's nothing. On the Lord's time, He's been gracious, you know, in the punishment that He put on us, man. You know, and also the scriptures talk about their houses, the inward forces, their houses shall continue forever, man.
Yeah.
But they're not going to continue forever, man. And that's what. Okay,
so, like, you know, that's going to be the biggest shock to them because they ain't never been hit like that. Like they've fared delicately and they've been going around the world. But when the Most High smacks them this time, it's going to be such a bitch slap that they're not going to know what hit them. I found the one you called for. This is Jeremiah. Didn't mean to cut you, say. Jeremiah 16 verse 19. It says, "O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge, in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies and vanity and things wherein there is no profit."
Yeah, and there is no profit to Esau's kingdom. You know, this is all for naught. He's continuously trying to build up this facade that he's this nice guy, and you know he's building a better future and all this stuff, man. Yeah. He hasn't got any future, man. Is anyone?
I'll have to go back. Bear me.
And someone get Obadiah on deck as well, man. Let's get
I've got it here. Shall I move to that?
Yeah, go on. Let's get that.
Obadiah 1 verse 15. It says, "For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head."
Yeah, man, and that's the word of the Lord, man. You know, that's written. You know, if our people just understood that, right, they wouldn't be trying to maintain a lifestyle in this wicked kingdom, man. Because it's all going to be for naught, man. It's all going to come to an end. Look at all these people around us, all these Edomites right now.
Yep.
They're not enjoying their life.
Enjoying their life. Man.
Without caring the world.
Spending their spare money, you know, their disposable income, just, you know, because right now the earth belongs to them. Man. You know, but they're about to lose. They're about to lose it. You got something?
Yeah, I got something to what you're saying there. In 6 of Job 20, though his excellency mounts up into the heavens and his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen them shall say, where is he? Yeah, man.
That's great, because we're going to get into that. Yeah, you were talking that, or should I talk about
Well, this park, right, is a flipping nice park, right? But you know what spoils it for me, man? When I come in here and I see all these fucking, and all the noise and all the, you know, what they do, like all the abominable things what they do. But because remember, the whole planet was given to us made for our sakes.
Yes.
But these people coming along here now and, you know, doing what they're doing here, man. And what they and it's like it's a curse to the earth. The earth is upset about that. Just them being existing on it. You know, not to mention how I feel about them interrupting our peace.
But you know what it is, if I may say, this is their time to shine.
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, this is as good as it gets for them.
Right.
You know, it's all downhill from here for them.
I just want to cut in on that, because, you know, it's their time to shine, but they're not even shining.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's
They're
a
not
low
even
level.
shining. They're low level, man. They're destroying this place.
Look at that Edomite stumbling over there in the black dress. Can't even walk straight.
They're destroying this place. They're destroying themselves. That's how destructive his nature is. You know, he's putting things in the air, in the water, in the food.
Yeah.
His own people are getting fucked up.
Yeah.
It shows his levels, man.
Yeah. I've got a precept for you. On, where's it? Obadiah, yeah.
Go back to that.
No, Obadiah. I'll get something else after. It says, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Yes. That's Edom. That's Esau, man. Edom. That's the only nation that's not promised anything, man.
Malachi.
Right? At least in
1 and 4.
I'll say at least, but you know, these other nations, they're still going to be existing in the kingdom under the rule of Yahweh Shem Shana, following the law, statutes, commandments. Man. All right, with a foot up their ass. But Esau, he's going into hardcore bondage. Man.
Yeah.
And then after that, he's going to be put into a pit and burnt up. Man.
Yeah.
That's it. Because they ain't got no. Once it reaches that point and they've served slavery, man, that's it. Their job is done.
Yep.
There's nothing after that. Their purpose is served, man.
Yep. Got a precept for you. This is Job 30. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
That's Job telling you that they're low level. Man. They are, as it's going to tell you, base men.
Basemen, beastmen. Yep. It says, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished? For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Who cut mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They are driven forth from among men, they cried after them as a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys, in the caves of the earth and in the rocks. Among the bushes they braid, and among the nettles they were gathered together.
You devils are nothing but cavemen.
For
That's it.
Flintstones.
And you're telling yourselves, man.
Remember
That's why
that.
when you do your little documentaries, and you got your little cavemen in the caves and they're grunting and groaning and doing whatnot and trying to make fires and that's you, man.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't see any other nations in your documentaries, because you actually think you're trying to pull a fast one by showing you're the first men
To invent fire.
to invent fire in the caves. And no, that's how you had to live, man. All right. You're low level, man. You're a subspecies on this earth, man. What's the other word for it, man? You're degenerative, man.
Yeah.
Your genes, man, are low level, man. You can't even you're out here in the sun right now. You can't even handle it.
Yeah, they look like
So
lobsters.
don't get me wrong, I'm hot out here, but I'm not about to burn up.
Yeah.
Like an Edomite, man. You know?
Which shows even nature is against them.
Nature is everything is really against you. The only reason you're doing anything right now is Job 9 and 24. That's it.
Yeah. If I just say something else as well, it's jumped out of my head. You were talking about Esau being base. Yeah, I was going to talk about. If you remember the statue that Nebuchadnezzar saw in the vision, the head of the Babylonian kingdom was gold. And as it went down the body, it went from silver to brass to iron and miry clay. And that shows you that this kingdom is a very low level kingdom.
Yeah.
It shows that that's a good point, man.
Because they taught us Stone Age. Remember remember Stone Age? So that goes back to that you mentioned Captain Caveman and the movies on it and the cartoons on it, what we grew up on. So we thought we was among them doing what they was doing. We was way back.
Way past that.
Way
and do you know, funny you should say that, because when I used to watch them, I used to think, why aren't they including Jake? Not that I knew it was Jake at the time, but why aren't they, I was probably thinking, why aren't they including black people, right? As I would have thought at the time, right? But now we understand why. It's all about, that's their truth.
Yeah.
Like the prophet said, man, we had to take them out of there and clean them up, man.
The Flintstones cartoon, you remember that?
I say something, I was just about to say that.
Oh, good.
Esau told on himself because he made the Flintstone cartoon.
Yeah.
Really, he was saying, look, we're the Edomites, this is how we was living in the cave times. But he also made the cartoon The Jetsons. So Esau was saying, this is where we were, and this is where we want to get to.
Right.
So with those cartoons, he was trying to say, yeah, we're going to be in the future, we're going to have this flying car.
Oh, the Thunderbirds. Oh yeah, the Thunderbirds as well. Yeah.
All them things. Esau's trying to promote it like, yeah, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to achieve, but he ain't going to do none of it. His ass is going to be back in the pit where it belongs. I'll read on, shall I?
Yeah. They haven't got a future, man. That's the bottom line. They have no future. This is the best as it's going to get for them right now. Their whole kingdom is plotting and scheming right now against them to build up their new world order, man. And they haven't. These little devils out here ain't got part of that, man. They're going to be under subjection just like everybody. They're going to try to put them under subjection just like everybody else. Because as we know, that's going to fail, man.
Yep. Job 37. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men, and they were viler than the earth. Viler than the earth,
man. Children of base men. Mm-hmm. And they proved that in all the decision making that they made.
Yeah.
The very planet that you have to exist on, that you're planning to actually continue living on, because you think you're going to carry on for the next 1,000 years or whatever, and you're destroying it.
Yeah.
You're cutting down all the trees, you're polluting all the minerals in the earth, man. So you can't even grow decent food. Now you have to manufacture Frankenfood with your GMOs because you don't. There's a land Sabbath, man.
Yeah.
And you don't even understand that.
Yeah.
But that goes back to Genesis 4, because if you remember, let me just get it. The fact that Esau has to do all this shit with the GMOs and stuff is because the earth no longer yields her strength unto him, because that's one of the curses. It says, Genesis 4 from verse 10, and he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Now thou art cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Yeah, man. So you see what the Lord has done unto them. They've done it to themselves. He's cursed them, and they brought that curse about themselves, man.
Yeah, because they questioned Boris Johnson about this making progress and trying not to have a third lockdown, right? And they said, so we're making progress and we're going to make things. Let me bring out this precept, Baba Kushar, yeah? Just kind of explains it better. Isaiah 29 and 16 says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So he said, right, when they asked him the question about making progress and we may not have to have a third lockdown, or we're going to do better, and we're going to make, this stuck out with me, he said we're going to make things more feminine. So I said, what?
Who said this?
Boris Johnson.
Boy, he said we're going to make things more feminine. I said, what's that got to do with answering the question?
If you want, we're going to have a game of, just here, if you want to have a little game of bean bags, you're more than welcome.
That's fine,
You're
but
welcome,
we're busy, thank you.
Okay, mate, thank you.
Right, thanks.
Thank you. Cheers.
So that's what he said. Oh yeah, I said to Elder Ma'at, I said, if we have any problems next week, like they came in and was playing music, there's a couple of places where we could go. There's about 1 or 2 other places, 3 other places, plan A, plan B, plan C, just if they get a bit turned up, you know. So that's what he said, you're going to make things more effeminate. I said, what's that got to do? That doesn't answer the question. What's the point of that? Where did that come from?
Because that feminine,
The agenda.
that feminine spirit weakens the nations.
The agenda, they asked him the question, right, and his agenda was in the back of his mind, and he had to say what was in his heart. The Most High made him say that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it almost makes me feel as though he's watched the prophets before and he knows what they're talking about. He's trying to make peace with the prophets.
That-
Can't do that.
That guy,
Exactly.
man, he didn't come up here sincerely to want us to play. He's trying to
appease, man.
yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they might get noisy, you know.
He's trying to control everything.
Can't.
Yeah, I was just.
Out of all the
Women are oppressors.
places you can't stand there.
Can't. Oh, whatever.
That's some bullshit, man. Isaiah 3 and verse 12, on what the brother Ariel was saying. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. So by Boris Johnson saying that stuff, we're going to make things more effeminate, that's some bullshit, man. The world is already under that feminine Queen of Heaven spirit, and that spirit's being exposed now.
Yep.
Everybody's coming out and blowing that shit up
Yep.
on Front Street. So, like you said, he probably has heard it. But whether he's heard it or not, it doesn't matter, because things are turned upside down right now.
Yeah.
But they're going to be put back in their right order in a short time to come.
Yeah.
And in the game of politics, they're very deceptive. They'll play up to certain demographics. So, you know, when they need to, they play up to the women. When they need to, they play up to Jake.
Can't.
Yeah.
You
Can't.
know?
To be honest, that's their agenda.
When they need
Bless
to,
you.
they play up to the alphabet crew, man.
Yeah.
Right.
But to be honest, that's their agenda right now, because they're pushing this whole thing about, ever since that Sarah Everard case, women need to stop being, what do they call it?
Intimidated?
Intimidating in the street. When, like, if you walk up to a woman and say, hey, I like you, man, could I get your number? Now that's considered a wrong thing to do. I mean, if you're doing that, you're really in the right spirit anyway, because now's not the time to be trying to be playing the field, dating women and stuff. Now's the time to really be focused on the truth. But the point of the matter is that Esau's really playing it now that, we've got to protect the women. I see these adverts.
Toxic
in the street.
masculinity, that's the
That's what
word.
they call
Like
it.
it's cutting on them.
Yeah.
It stops that whole unification between a man and a woman. Now men are going their own way, man. That's a
Big towel, yeah.
right? So they don't even want to deal with women. I'm not saying that they're turning to the dark side. They don't want to deal with women.
And you know
They
what?
don't want to deal with women.
Can't.
So
Yeah, it's true.
There's a barrier now, man. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't talk this way. That's how you're supposed to get a woman, man.
That's the whole point. But you know, Esau's smart, because again, it goes back to depopulation. He's setting the genders. He's doing his best to keep the genders apart. Drop something. Yeah, for water. He's doing his best to keep the genders apart and stop them from unifying, like the brother said. Because what does that do? That lowers the birth rate. And again, when he pushes the LGBTQ thing,